It's true, iCarly has returned. Carly Shay, played by Miranda Cosgrove, is back online 9 years later, dealing with new grown-up concerns with most of the original group. Former iCarly fans are anticipating the premiere of a revived sitcom on Paramount+. But one star is unlikely to reprise her role. Jennette McCurdy, who played Sam Puckett on the Nickelodeon show, has announced her retirement from the industry. Although Sam will not appear on the new season, we will see a few new faces who make up new and exciting characters. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. Sam's absence. When it was first revealed that iCarly would be returning on Paramount Plus with 3 of its original cast members, one issue arose. How would they write off Sam? As Miranda Cosgrove promised, the answer would be revealed in the first episode of the return. Jennette McCurdy, who portrayed Sam for the entire original run of Nickelodeon's iCarly, simply declined to reprise her role for the revival. She made the decision to stop acting and pursue other interests. The original cast included Miranda Cosgrove, Jerry Trainor, and Nathan Kress. All tried their hardest to persuade McCurdy to return. Jennette claimed on a recent edition of her podcast, Empty Inside, that she made the decision to leave the entertainment industry several years ago, according to E! News. "I quit a few years ago because I initially didn't want to do it," she said on the podcast. "My mom put me in it when I was 6, and by sort of the age, I guess 10 or 11, I was the main financial support for my family. My family didn't have a lot of money, and this was the way out, which I actually think was helpful in driving me to some degree of success." She admitted that acting was difficult for her and that she battled a lot during the audition process. She was often nervous, and while she was able to overcome it, the death of her mother subsequently changed her aspirations. "With her death kind of died a lot of her ideas for my life, and that was its own journey, and a difficult one for sure," she said. According to a statement released to Newsweek, Sam's absence is due to McCurdy feeling unfulfilled by previous performances, and she is currently working on a book she sold to Simon & Schuster and reprising her one-woman stage show. She didn't fully rule out a comeback to acting in the future, although she did acknowledge it would take some time. "I feel like I have a point of view and I have a vision. We'll see where things are in a few years," she said. Naturally, Sam's absence is felt in the new iCarly. Carly is heartbroken and aimless in the first episode, and she hopes to launch a new channel for her loyal viewers. She tries to make it work with the other co-hosts, but she misses Sam in the end. But where has Sam gone? She's off following her bliss with that biker gang, Carly reveals during a cute moment with Freddie. The gang's name appears to be the Obliterators, and Sam seems to be getting along swimmingly with them. Freddie is concerned about her, but Carly makes an excellent point. "It's Sam. I hope they're all right." So no, Sam isn't in jail, nor is she at art school. She's hanging out with a motorcycle gang, which any fan of the original iCarly knows is a perfect fit for her character. McCurdy is currently not scheduled to feature in the Paramount Plus series at any point during the season. The cast has made it sure that the door is always open for her return. And honestly, a gang led by a tatted-up, hardened Sam, we'd be delighted to see it. Lacey Mosley's online hate. The cast of iCarly and Paramount Plus have spoken out in response to racist comments made online regarding actor Lacey Mosley, a black actress who will play Harper, the best friend of Miranda Cosgrove's Carly in the revival, which will premiere on June 17th. Lacey took to social media over the weekend to reveal that she'd been getting racial slurs in her comments from trolls. "I'm playing Harper on iCarly. I'm not replacing Sam. Jennette McCurdy is a very wonderful person. I've never met her, but it's no shade. You will be blocked and you will never see me again." Lacey responded to the racist trolls in an Instagram story that has now been reshared on Twitter. "I love being black. I hate how black people are treated on this planet," she wrote on Instagram. "I took this role in iCarly because the room is diverse. Our showrunner, Ali Schouten, is so incredibly kind and caring, and the cast is talented and some of the best people I've ever met. I was shocked when the celebration of all the hard work we put into making this reboot was overshadowed by the most racism I've ever experienced in my life over the course of 72 hours. On Instagram, Paramount Plus issued an official statement. "Our company is proud to uphold the values of inclusivity and collaboration, where we work to embrace new and diverse voices, act with care, and work together. The upcoming iCarly series is one of many examples of this commitment, and we support our entire cast and crew and stand against all instances of hate and racism," reads the statement. Miranda Cosgrove reshared to her Instagram story, and Jerry Trainor reshared the photograph, adding, "I never want to hear the phrase iCarly fans are racist ever again. I need the true fans to step up and drown out the hate." What's different about this season? Carly, a successful college graduate, lives with her best friend Harper in the 13-episode Paramount Plus series, directed by Jake Hogan and Ali Schouten. Big brother Spencer has become wealthy through accidental art world fame, while Freddie is twice divorced and forced to move back in across the hall with his mother after his tech startup fails, accompanied by his adopted 11-year-old stepdaughter, Millicent. Carly, who has worked in television and radio since the conclusion of the first series, decides to recreate the online show for her roaring 20s in the debut episode. What else could be different? Trainor and Kress said in an interview with Page 6 that since it has been 10 years since the original series aired, the revived series will involve sexual scenarios and is not intended for kids. kids, so maybe make sure the young kids aren't watching this season. New and old cast members. For the Paramount Plus revival, Miranda Cosgrove, Jerry Trainor, and Nathan Kress will return. However, the trio spoke with ET's Leanna Aguilera exclusively on Jennette McCurdy's absence and how the revival will deal with her character Sam's situation. The two additional characters will be added to the cast. Carly's roommate and best friend Harper, who is played by Lacey Mosley, Millicent, Freddie's caustic and social media savvy stepdaughter, will be played by Jaden Triplett. Yes, stepdaughter, that's correct. While this implies that Carly and Freddie will most likely not be together, we'll have to wait and see what happens when the program airs. The holes left by Sam, Jennette McCurdy, who declined to appear, and Gibby, Noah Mundick, who has not publicly commented on why he's not in the show, are filled by new characters. Alongside these new faces, there will also be some old and not so common faces returning. Mary Shear will be returning as Marissa Benson, Freddie's overbearing and overprotective mom, and she'll be just as bad as we remember her being. Carly's neurotic enemy, Neville Papperman, will also be making a comeback, who is played by Reed Alexander. What was the original iCarly about? Carly, an 8th grader at the time, was living in a Seattle apartment with her 26-year-old law school dropout turned artistic brother, Spencer Trainor, who was also their legal guardian while their father was in the Air Force. Carly established a viral weekly web program called iCarly with her gritty but adorable best friend Sam Puckett, Jennette McCurdy, and nerdy obsessed neighbor Freddie Benson Kress after a time in detention when she was forced to attend talent show auditions. Shay and her friends were followed on their journey to influencer status, balancing puberty with the ups and downs of being an internet success. The Emmy-nominated sitcom, which included a youthful guest stars such as One Direction and American Idol runner-up David Archuleta, ran for 6 seasons before ending in 2012. The show was taped at Nickelodeon on Sunset for the first 5 seasons before moving to KTLA Studios in Hollywood for the 6th and final season. It received 5 Emmy nominations for Outstanding Children's Program. Despite conflicting reviews from critics, the concert was well received by crowds. The episode I Saved Your Life, which aired in January 2010, received 11.2 million viewers, making it Nickelodeon's second most watched telecast ever. Sam's absence, alongside racial comments made about the show, are some of the reasons iCarly's reboot may not work as well as they hoped it would. After 10 years since the show premiered, it's got a lot to live up to be just as popular. Let's hope it lives up to its reputation. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss out on any new and upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.